Hello, this is going to be a test video for making a pendant that matches this bracelet. I made this bracelet last night and I want to do a test video for making the pendant to match this. What you will need is some jewelry wire and your choice of beads. First, we're going to start with the largest bead that will go in the middle, like this. Then I'm going to put 2 beads on either side. I'm going to go with these small gray beads, and then these small white or clear beads. Next, I will end this pendant, if I can get this through. For some reason it doesn't want, there it is, it's gone through. Next, I will add the opposite end, the opposite large bead. And it really doesn't matter which side you put that bead on, because what you're going to do to make it a circle is to go back through with the opposite side of wire and pull the ends tight. You can see that. First time I'm using this method. I've never done a video. Pull the ends tight and bring them up on top. They really don't have to be even, because we're going to trim away the excess. What you have to do is just twist around to lock it, because the excess is going to be trimmed away. So you can do this as tightly as you can. I'm trying to get my hands out of the way so you can see that. As tightly as you can. Twist it. Then you take your cutters and get as close as you can to the base of your wire, to the base of your piece, and trim it away. Cover it to keep it from flying off, because these little tiny wires will fly across the room. I've seen them. They're projectiles. And then take your flat nose pliers and just give it a final squeeze to get rid of your sharp edge. Then what you take your round nose plier, and depending on how much of a dangle you want on your pendant, how far down on your excess wire you go to make your loop to put on your jump ring to attach it to your chain. I don't want much of a drop, so I'm going as close to my wrapping as I possibly can get it to make my loop. And then I'm just going to slide that right out, and see, I have a loop. See the loop? Then I'm going to take my flat nose pliers again and wrap this excess as well, holding my loop with my flat nose or bottle nose pliers. I think that's the technical name for them. Flat nose, bottle nose pliers. And again, for your excess, you trim it off, covering it with your hand to keep it from flying. And then you take your bottle nose pliers and bend that excess sharp edge down. And that is your pendant. Now you can just add this to a chain or wire to make your completed necklace. But that's the pendant that matches this bracelet that I made. Next time, I'm going to make the drop earrings. It's going to match. It's going to be a 3-set. A necklace with this pendant, a bracelet, and a pair of earrings based on the same circular pattern. I hope this video makes sense. It's going to be my first upload to my personal channel. Love purple, live pink, even though this sample is in black and gray or gray and clear. But I just wanted to have something on my channel that I've done. I've been watching YouTube so much and gotten so much inspiration from others that I wanted to make a contribution of my own. Thank you for watching. Hello again. I'm back for part 2 of this bracelet. I had to adjust the camera. Bracelet, necklace, and earring set. I'm here to make the earrings right now. Again, what you'll need for the earrings: 2 pieces of wire, the same length, and your choice of beads. And it's quite simple. Just string your 4 beads on your wire. I'm going to put 2 of the same color in the middle and then add the opposite colors on each end. Then I'm going to go through one side, and I may need a longer wire. Go through one side of one bead, and again draw tight. You go through? Yes, it did. And pull opposite ends tight. You may have to maneuver it through to pull it the second side. I may take my pliers and pull. The pliers may help me. Yes, that was much better. Pulling it with the pliers. Pull it straight through. And again, taking one side or the other, it doesn't really matter which side, and wrapping it around. It's better to wrap the shorter end around the longer end, because inevitably you will have one side that's longer and one side that's shorter. If there's a lot of excess, you can trim it, or you can squeeze it with your pliers like I'm doing here to get rid of your excess. And that's one of your earrings. Then you do the same thing with the other earring. Just put one color on the wire first, and then you put the opposite on one side and the opposite color on the other side. So you have 2 of the same in the middle and 2 opposite colors on each end. Then you take one side of your wire and go through, trying to move my hand so you can see it, go through the bead. So at this point you have one bead with 2 pieces of wire coming out of the bead. Take your flat or bottlenose pliers to grip both sides of the wire and pull. Fold each end up and take your shorter side and wrap it around the long side, because you will have one side of your wire be longer than the other. When you get to the end, if you don't have very much excess left, you can keep folding it around with your pliers, squeezing it in flush, drop it down a little more so you can see it, flush with your wire, so it won't be any excess ends sticking out, any sharp edges sticking out. Those are your 2 drop earrings. Now what you do is you take your round nose plier, and again, depending on how much of a drop you want to have on these earrings, where you make your loop. Come around your round nose pliers, and then you're just going to pull out, take your excess, and wrap it again. I like to hold my loop with my bottle nose pliers while I wrap. I have to be mindful of this camera because I'm new to this videotaping. And I'm just using my laptop. I'm not using a standalone camera. Maybe if I make this a hobby, I'll get a standalone video camera and do it later. That's my son in the background. He doesn't realize that when we talk, he's on the video. And again, the second pair, I'll do the same thing. Try to judge the same distance because you want them to match. And it's up too high. Wrap it around. Take these pliers, hold my loop, and wrap. There it is. 2 pair of earrings. Only thing you need to add now are your fish hooks, and I prefer fish hooks. That's the class I like. I don't wear earrings myself personally, but that's what I like to make and give to people, fish hooks. And you can just add your fish hooks or whatever earring clasp you like to use on these earrings. 2 pair, of course, 1 for each ear, to match the bracelet, and pendant, and it's all together. The earrings.
The earrings are not done.
That's my daughter, who also doesn't realize that I'm taping a video. The earrings and the pendant all match. And you know, it didn't take long. So if you have beads already and you hadn't thought of this idea, and I got this something similar from another YouTube video, and I wanted to make it my own. So again, if you have some beads, play with it, make it your own, give it for Christmas. It's inexpensive, and Christmas is only a few days away, so it's something you can make quick and give quick. So have fun. I hope you enjoy it. I know I'm new at this. It's not a perfect video, so anyone that wants to criticize, please don't criticize. Just move on if you don't like it. I do it myself. If I don't like something, I move on. If I like it, I say so. So have a Merry Christmas. Goodbye. Bye.